Okay, folks, so today we are going to be working on attaching some axles or drive shafts to both gears and to wheels. So notice the wheel has this big open space in it. We have what are called inserts that go there. There are two kinds. So there's this round kind, which we almost never use. The round kind basically allows it to spin on top of the axle without the axle turning. So it locks it into place, but this would be used for something that you needed to turn that did not need to turn with the axle. Most of the time, what you're going to be using are these square ones. And these square guys here are the standard inserts. Let's see, there we go. So they would go in on this side. Now, I generally like to put them in before I put the axle in. So I put it in, and then I pressed it down on the table to get in nice and flat, and then you just press it in. You need one on both sides. For example, this one, some of our sprockets and gears also have this same need for these. This one also only has it on one side. Somebody forgot to put it in on the other side. This one, however, is correctly done with two of those inserts, one on each side. So the idea here is that once I put my axle in there, there's pretty much no wiggle room there. And so when I turn the axle now, no matter how I turn it, the sprocket will now turn with the axle. Same thing would be true of the wheel. So now that wheel turns with the axle because I used that center piece that was square. Now, one of the other things you're going to need to know is that we have two ways to lock this in place so that it does not move. So notice I'm using my 5/64 Allen wrench. I'm going to loosen that set screw slightly.
Good morning.
Okay, so this goes on here, and then I use the 5/64 to tighten that set screw. And notice now that set screw, this locking shaft collar does not move. The other option you have are these rubberized ones. So they just slide on there. And now I can hold it up, I can have it up above things, and it'll be fine. The difference is these move while it's running. These locking ones do not. So if you're like, I just kind of mostly need it to stay put, so for a sprocket and a chain drive, these rubber ones are probably fine. But if it's a very delicate system where two gears have to match up, then you definitely want a locking shaft collar. And again, to remove the rubber ones, you just gently pull them off. To remove this guy, you loosen by going to the left, and you can feel it loosen up. Whoops. Right there. It'll sometimes make a little snap sound. Do not take the set screw out because they're very easy to lose. So I don't have to buy more. So don't take the set screw out. When you're done, everything can be disassembled and put away.